Hi there. Today we are going to talk about watercolour and what it is to paint with the technique wet on dry. So wet paint on dry paper. Okay, so the paper that I am using is 185 GSM paper. So it is a thicker paper. If you don't have 185 GSM paper, or if you don't have watercolour paper, you can just use printing paper. So what you do is you just fold it in half, and when you want to actually start painting, just tape down the corners onto a surface, for example, your table, just so it becomes flat and it doesn't create those waves that the water will create with the paper. Okay. Now I've got two brushes. I do prefer round brushes. So there I've got a size 16 and then a size 10, if I'm not mistaken. So a larger one to get all the water, and then a smaller one if I want to make any details. I'll just use a smaller paintbrush. I have also used this watercolour palette, and this is just my mixing tray. You can also buy this watercolour and then place it in a little palette as well. Okay, and then it will dry with the air. It doesn't matter. You then just reactivate it with water, which is what I'm doing there at the moment. Okay, so it's the same thing as if I had gotten this without anything, just placed all the watercolor in there and just let it dry. Okay. Now I'm just activating the watercolor there. So I've just used reds and yellows to create the orange, and I've just used greens and blues to create that kind of teal color. Okay. I will then down the track be using a purple, and with the purple I just used a magenta or a red and blues. Okay, so here this technique is just for you to get used to working with watercolor. So I keep on going into my warm color container. As you can see, the two containers have two different colors. So the right hand side one has warm colors and the left hand side has cool colors, just so we don't mix the colors and they don't become muddy, like very dirty colors. We want them as vibrant as we can. Keep them. Okay, so here I'm just placing quite a bit of water into the blue and just pushing it into the orange because I want that kind of bleeding into the orange. Okay, if you don't like that kind of visual for your artwork, it's fine. Just when you paint, just make sure you paint when the previous color is dry, or you paint further away from the previous color that you've painted. Okay, so I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. I also go back in and get a little bit more yellow just to make the orange a little bit more vibrant. So here, just experiment. Just a little bit more water, a little bit less pigment. Pigment is what you go and get into in the little containers. That's called the pigment. And then water, as you can see, you've got lighter oranges, you've got darker oranges, you've got lighter teals, you've got darker teals. It just depends on the quantity of water that you've got on your paintbrush, okay? And you can see there is a lot of bleeding and merging colours in that piece. This is just an abstract piece, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You just place it wherever you'd like. And in art, you know, sometimes the greatest artworks come from mistakes. I think I made a mistake there. You probably can't realise it, but I think I made a mistake when I was painting it. But you know what? No one knows it's a mistake except for me. So I just went with it. Okay. So here I'm just mixing now the purple, as you can see here on in the left hand side. So I've got the blues, and I'm just going to mix a little bit of pink or red with it. So I'm just using the purple, just contrasting color. I think the purple didn't work very well, so I just went in with a darker blue. Just to create a little bit of stripes, just a little bit more interest. As you can see there, just created another colour. And then at the end, I've just gone in with a couple of red dots. And here is the final piece. So have fun.